Okay, so what kind of situation do we have at the moment from a Euro GBP perspective? Now let's start our analysis from the weekly time frame. We have a market that has created this W formation. After a W formation, what do you expect? You expect the market to make a move back to the downside and go and retest the neckline. That is exactly what you expect after a W formation, a retest of the neckline, aka the previous resistance, which is now turned support, in this case from a weekly perspective, since the pattern is on the weekly. Now let's go down on the daily time frame and see what kind of situation we have. Now on the daily time frame, if you remember on Euro GBP, after this distribution area here, what did we say? We said we want to see the market make a move to the upside and go and test which level. We wanted to see the market go and test this zone here, and I told to all of you also here on TradingView and also YouTube, if I remember correctly, expect the market to make this move to the upside, and we are monitoring for this potential move to the upside with students, and in fact we were able to capitalize on this wave to the upside. I will link also the analysis below. Now, what is next? We already said that we want to see the market make a move back down. However, at the moment, there is no opportunity to be looking for potential shorts because, yes, from a weekly perspective, we want to see the move to the downside, but we can't ignore that from a daily perspective, the structure is now broken to the upside. And this area here is now the new previous resistance, which is now turned support. And until the market will be above this area, there is no opportunity to be looking for shorts because you would be shorting at a daily support, which is never a good idea. We go and see what is the situation from a COT perspective before seeing how we will be approaching this pair with students. Let's first give a quick check at what we have from a COT perspective. So commitment of traders, what hedge funds are doing at the moment in the market. Let's start from a euro point of view. What we can see on the euro is that overall we went from minus 114k net positions all the way up to 72k net positions, meaning that we went from having shorts outweighing longs to having longs outweighing shorts with 167,000 long positions and 95k short positions. And with the last report, we can see that they have started to add new shorts and close the longs, which is exactly what we want to see in our Euro GBP scenario. So we can start to see some profit taking for the longs and the adding on of some shorts for a move to the downside. We go and see what we have from a GBP perspective, and we have a similar scenario. Hedge funds went from having 35k in net positions to minus 18k net positions. So from having longs outweighing shorts to having shorts outweighing longs. In fact, at the moment we have 54k shorts and 35k longs on the pound from an institutional perspective with a 30.5% short exposure. What we can also see is that with the last reports, they have been adding a lot of shorts, but lately they started to add again new longs, which is good for our short view on the Euro GBP. So they might also start to close some shorts, which is exactly what we would like to see in today's new report. So we go back to the chart, how we will be approaching this kind of situation with students. Now, if the market will continue higher, then at that point, it definitely becomes very interesting. But in that case, I will make an update here on Euro GBP. The more Euro GBP goes to the upside, the better it is because we will have a better risk to reward when the wave to the downside starts. But I don't want to do something too much in long term. So I will try to keep this a little bit more in the short term because I will anyway be doing updates on this pair. If the market will, for example, at the start of next week, if the market will break back below this area, this previous resistance, which is now turned support, will be turned again resistance, obviously, if the market will break it to the downside. So if the market will break back below this area, then what we will be doing with students, we will be monitoring price action from a 4-hour perspective inside of this area. And as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice short with a very good risk to reward and very good probabilities for this move to the downside and completion of the weekly W formation. So we will see what today's report will bring us. If we will see this break back to the downside, we will be looking for potential shorts with students if our rules will be satisfied. If the market will continue to the upside is even better because when the market will be ready, the risk to reward will be even bigger, and I will be making updates here on Euro GBP. Now, if you enjoy this free analysis and education, make sure you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you, and I will see you in the next video.